And we'll glue this down. Okay. Okay, now to cover the rest of this, we're going to fold this over and make a slight crease, like that. Then I'll set this down, take a ruler, and I'm going to set this just inside the fold that I have just made, so that the edge of the paper, when I cut it, will fall off of the edge, not really on the corner of the box. Okay, and I can stand this up again. Glue the top edge of the box. You might want to stay, away from, the far edge here, and just glue the edge of the paper here. And then press everything into place and rub it down. And if there's any little edges over, you just mold them down here with paper. Okay. And we'll do the same thing on this side. First folding, like that. And then set the ruler in place. Cut the edge, fold it open, and glue the top of the box. Touch the edge of the paper, like that. Make sure all the ends are down. And then you can fold this over. Rub. There we go. Okay, now we're ready to do the end. We're going to start doing the edges by first opening everything up, and with the folder, sort of like opening the seams. Then we'll take and fold them flat to the inside. I'm going to take my Olfa knife and I'm going to set it on the edge here and just give it a slight push so it cuts through both of these pieces of paper. I'm going to do that on both sides here. Then I'm going to open these up. Now when the the covering material goes inside the box, I want these things to have just a little flap that goes around the joint to give it just a little more strength at the opening. So what I'm going to do is take my scissors, because this piece is going to fit directly inside the box. I'm going to line the scissors up with the edge of the inside of the box and make a straight cut on the long side, and then just move them over parallel and cut a triangle out on that side so that you have this kind of configuration. I'll do the same thing on this side, cutting a long piece out of the long side, and the little triangle gets cut out of the short side. And then you have something that looks like, here it is, looks like this. I'm not going to worry too much about this flap because it's paper, but if this were cloth you might want to just sort of trim that off, but I usually trim it off on the inside just above the cut. So we'll do the same thing on the other end, And you want to make sure that, you know, when you cut little triangles out on the back, you cut little triangles out on this side here as well, not little triangles out of the long sides. So, cut, cut, open it up, take a clip out of the long side, and the little triangles out here. Turn this around, cut the miter here, and there. Now we're ready to glue them down. We're going to glue the small sides down first. So with the roller charged, I'm going to glue this. I'll just turn around and do both sides at once, since I have the roller in my hand. And then fold these in. Rub this flat against the top, press it inside, then stand the box up and use your folder right into the corner inside the box here to make sure that everything fits nice and tight. Turn it around, do the same thing here. Stand the box up so you have the box supported, and rub these nice and tight. Now all you have to do is glue out the long sides and we'll fold this over, rub this down, push it inside, lay this down so you can put pressure on it. Make sure it's nice and tight here at the top. And we're on the last side now. Rub down the top edge. Push it inside. That. Lay the box down and rub the edges in. Go over your miters just a little bit here to flatten them out. Check the corners here so they're not so sharp. And we're finished. The slipcase is finished.